This Nikola Jokic build is absolutely insane. I know a lot of y'all been wanting this build for me to drop this video, man. So like up this video, man. You guys see Nikola Jokic getting snatch blocks, getting crazy contact dunks. This is like something Jokic would do in real life, man. Get them both to jump, split the double team. Obviously, the passes are insane on this build, man. This build is absolutely crazy for all modes, rec, pro-am, proving grounds, man. It's just an absolutely insane build. It looks like Jokic for real, man. I feel like Jokic for real when I'm on this build. Okay, but first things first, the verse of the video. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps, y'all. That's Proverbs 16, one of my favorite verses, man. A man's heart deviseth his way, y'all. We may think we know what we want out of life, you know, what direction we're gonna go in life, man, but the Lord directs our steps, man. You may want to go left, God telling you gonna go right. All right, so follow God, follow Jesus Christ, man. It all works out in the end. The 6'11" Nikola Jokic rim reaping mid-post maestro, triple double threat, whatever y'all want to call this build, man. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on this build, so like up this video, y'all. Comment, share this video, man. Hype it up. We're gonna get right into it, y'all. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Shout out my boy Laker fan. Shout out my guy Tonic. All right, this build was inspired by Tonic. All right, it's kind of like a Tonic keyboard style build, you know, and then me and Laker kind of labbed it up a little bit to fit our play style, what we're trying to do. But shout out them, man. Be sure to go check out Laker fan and Tonic's channel because that's who inspired this build. But let's break it down. All right, the 6'11", this build has the 90 standing dunk, 87 driving dunk, so it's got very good finishing. It's still got 87 post control, so it's got good finishing, good post control, able to be a post scorer out of the corner, able to attack a mismatch. Still got the 92 midi. We are gonna get 89-3 eventually for that silver limitless range, so it is a very, very good shooter, still a good finisher. All right, it's got this 95 pass act. Eventually it'll be 99 pass act, so it'll be able to throw breaks, throw dots. You know, if I'm in the post and they're doubling, I'm able to make the right play. Still got, you know, good defense. This build, it kind of reminds me of my 6'10" small forward that I use a lot in random rec, and this build is kind of similar. It plays similar to that build, but a lot more versatile because of the defense. All right, eventually we're gonna have a 93 block for that gold paint patroller. All right, so having all this defense on this build, it makes it a lot more versatile, especially with that 83 vert, man. That's maximum vert on this 6'11". You get crazy blocks, crazy defense, crazy rebounds. All right, so I've been enjoying this build a lot for the solo rec. I've got a crazy, insane solo rec gameplay where I drop over 100 points with the randoms in the rec, man. So be sure to watch all these clips, man. But I wanted to show you guys the build and kind of break it down, man, because for a power forward build, I've been using this build a lot in pro-am, in proving grounds, you know, comp modes, but even in just rec, you know, just casual modes, 5v5, this build is very, very good. It's a versatile, all around, kind of do it all power forward type. All right, so it's able to score when it needs to, still able to play solid defense, rebound, throw breaks. I've never made a build like this personally, but I've actually been really, really enjoying it. For the most part, if I ever do run power forward, I like to run, you know, the meta 6'7", 6'8" power forward, you know, the 99 steal, high steal, back end power forward type. That's normally the type of power forward build I make. But try something a little different this year. The 6'11" rim reaping mid post maestro. I'm really, really enjoying this build. I will show you guys my animations as well very quickly. It's pretty much just, you know, the standard run of the mill stuff. Nothing too crazy. All right, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but I will show you guys my jump shot as well for centers, anybody 6'10" and up. Chris Bosh with Dirk Nowitzki, Beluba, y'all. I promise you, this jump shot is chicken. It's absolutely cash, man. And we're gonna go ahead and get right into these clips, y'all, because this build is absolutely insane. So you guys know Nikola Jokic he's really just a chill guy. He likes to ride his horses, live life. But every now and then when he hops on the basketball court, man, he just turns into a whole different animal. Or I'm getting snatch blocks. I'm running the court, dunking on everybody. Now, that was a full bar. I mean, you guys can rewind that. Y'all tell me. That looked like a green dunk to me. I know it made me miss, but that really should have been green, all right? That should be a green dunk right there. But look at the break ability. I'm out here throwing the outlet. And then, my teammates, that's the problem with Nikola Jokic, man. He's such a good passer. He's so elite, man. But sometimes on the Denver Nuggets, man, they be selling him. And that's what it's like out here in the random reg, man. I feel like 2022, 21, 23 Jokic. I'm talking about them years with no Jamal Murray, no MPJ. It was just Jokic, bro, and some rookies. I'm talking about they had Christian Brown as a rookie. That's how I feel like sometimes in the random reg. I feel like, man, this Jokic world, this Jokic island, bro. I got to do something. I got to make something shake for these randoms, all right? But look at these passes, man, in Pro-Am, in comp modes. Comment down below if you guys need a whole video specifically on break starters and throwing outlets, man, because I will say I don't see nobody throwing no bounce pass outlets the way that I do for real. Like, when it comes to throwing outlet passes and break starters, I do feel like that's a skill that I personally am pretty elite at, and I don't see a lot of people really understand how and when to throw breaks. So I can do a whole break starter video because a lot of people need it if y'all want it. All right, so comment down below. But you guys can see what I love about this build is the versatility. All right, so my 6'10", I still prefer that build for the random rec because it just fits my play style better. But what I love about this build is that it is my 6'10", because I score pretty much the same way. I mean, I'm a slightly less effective scorer on this build, but having that versatility, I'm able to dot up my teammates, I'm able to rebound and block shots and play defense. That gives me a whole different type of game. Look at this rotation, y'all. You guys see, I'm helping early, I'm rotating early, I'm sending shots, I'm grabbing the board, throwing the break, man. And I'm always running the floor. I'm always trying to make the right play, trying to make the next play. That's something that Nikola Jokic does in real life and that a lot more people in 2K need to do. Look at this. It's all about positioning. It's about IQ. It's about effort and wanting to do that, all right? Playing two right there, getting that lane steal. That was something that Nikola Jokic might do in real life. He's not the most athletic, 99 block, 99 vert, chase down type of guy. But if you have IQ, if you know how to position yourself, if you have active hands, you know when to reach, you can still be a very, very good defender. All right, and especially on this build, I actually do have pretty good stats as well. So you can be a very, very good defender on this build. But if you guys been following my channel, you guys know I post a lot of videos about defense. Got a lot of defensive IQ. So to hop on a build like this, it feels natural. It's so smooth to me. I'm in the lane. I'm dotting my teammates, going coast to coast, y'all. The thing about this build, man, you have to always be looking for the next play. Just like Jokic in real life, you always got to be one step ahead. You got to be thinking, it's kind of like chess. If I know that I do this, then I'm going to anticipate your move and your reaction based off of my move, okay? So that's kind of how Nikola Jokic plays in real life, and that's how I like to play on this build, all right? I can always score, in the clutch. We need a clutch bucket. I can always, cook up and get a three. I can do that on any build. I do that on any build. I can test shots on the 7-4. I'm running the break. I do that on every build, but it's all the other stuff about this build that I really, really like. And for the randoms, you really need that sometimes. You really need that sometimes. And I will say the thing that I don't like about this build is that it is a power forward, and sometimes it will load me up at the center, okay? So this build, it can get away with playing center, if you're in the rec, but this build is ideally a power forward, all right? You really want another center with you. This was a glitch too. I couldn't even move or do nothing. I couldn't pass the ball or bring my icons up. That was crazy. Comment if that glitch ever happened to y'all. Like, I literally could not do nothing with my player. I just had to call timeout. But you guys see I'm making the little easy pass up the court. The thing that I love so much, you guys see I'm still hitting the crazy shots, man. Just being able to do everything and fit into any type of role. Look, I'm dunking on the 7-4. So how is that one green but the other one wasn't green from earlier in the video? That's just crazy to me. The dunk meter definitely needs work. But yeah, I don't like playing power forward on this build. or I don't like playing center on this build. Ideally, I want to stay at the power forward position. Every now and then you will get some games where you're matched up as a center. You can hold your own, but like I said, you really want to be a power forward on this build, because that's just, where it's really meant to be. As a power forward, you have a lot of versatility on a build like this, man. My other 6'10", I really like to be the small forward, but this build is perfect for the power forward. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Taking it to the lane, going up with the dunk. It puts me into the layup, but I still make it, y'all. This is what I mean, man, because I'm able to cook up. I'm always able to dribble, get to the rack, get to my shot, but then also having the defensive ability, being able to get crazy chase downs, crazy blocks, crazy stops, still able to hit my teammates, man. A lot of y'all, man, would be surprised how bad a lot of these randoms are. I mean, look at this. The nutmeg pass. Oh, my gosh. He didn't even know what to do with it. This guy, when I hit him with the nutmeg pass, he wasn't even ready for it, man. But that's some real-life Jokic stuff, man. How many clips have you guys seen of Nikola Jokic real life? He throw the pass, bro, and they not even ready for it. I seen MPJ miss. I'm talking about some of the most beautiful dimes. I seen Cam Johnson miss the most beautiful pass, wide open. He just missed. I seen a lot of people miss Nikola Jokic. I'm talking about dimes, absolute dimes. And the same stuff happens in 2K, man. Everybody wants to say, oh, I want to have a pass first point guard. I love everybody who passes the ball. I don't want to watch you score 100 points, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is, man, a lot of y'all are scared to shoot, man. The reality is a lot of y'all in this 2K community, you don't like watching bros shoot 30 shots or whatever, but you'll get the ball wide open and you're not ready to shoot. You scared to shoot. So that's just the reality of it, man. The thing about Jokic in real life and the thing about this build that I love is I hit a 44% contest, man. Jokic is a very, very good scorer. Don't get it twisted just because of all the passing, but if Jokic is going to go one-on-one with you, I promise you he's going to get 30, 40, 50, 60, all right? Because he's that good of a scorer, and he leverages that to be such an elite playmaker, right? But the thing about Jokic, man, he does both at such an elite level. Now, let's get into this solo rec gameplay. I know a lot of you guys have been commenting, asking for this gameplay. So like up this video, y'all. Comment, man. I just showed you guys. I really did walk in solo rec. These really are some randoms. Okay, you guys are going to see how this game goes. I end up with 100 plus some points, man. You guys see I'm averaging a light little 30, 37, 5. You know what I'm saying? But just watch this gameplay because this might have been one of the most crazy solo rec games that I've ever had, all right? But you guys see we're starting off the game. I'm passing, I'm hitting my teammates. You guys see what they're doing with the ball off the rip, all right? So first possession of the game, you guys see how they play, You always want to give people grace in the random rec, man. Everybody makes mistakes, Not everybody's going to come out and hit every single shot, make all the right plays. Not everybody's perfect, okay? So when people make mistakes, it's okay. Now look at this right here, y'all. This happened like my second time I touched the ball. I could not do nothing. I couldn't move my left stick. I couldn't pass. I couldn't bring my icons up. Literally, I couldn't do anything. I had to call a timeout. Okay, and my teammates are already quitting. That guy, he threw that crazy turnover, and then he got scared. He quit out, man. This is just a crazy game, y'all. This is a crazy game. Watch this whole gameplay, y'all, because I'm going to be giving away some gems, man, some tips, y'all. If you guys want to score 100, man, if you guys want to average 30, 40, watch this video, y'all, because I'm going to be teaching you guys some things, man, that a lot of you guys probably maybe not agree with, or understand at first. But if you guys just listen, I promise you guys, you will score 100 points in the rec. You will score way more, all right? You'll score way more in the rec with randoms, with your squad, with whoever, all right? It's very, very simple. I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm doing this game, all right? You guys see people are starting to quit out now. We only got like a 4v3 right now, okay? So people were quitting out early in the first quarter. I got 13 points off the rip. People are getting scared, all right? At this point, the other team's quitting. We already had people on my team that were quitting. But you got to keep your head in the game, man. People on my team, he quit early, off the first possession. We were up, all right? People are quitting when the team is winning. People quit when you're losing, man. People are just quitters on this game, all right? But you have to keep your head in the game. You got to keep focused on doing what you can do, all right? So now my guy quit. So now my matchup is a AI. So here's what you guys need to do if you ever have a AI in the rec in 5v5. And really, you guys need to do this even if you have a real person. If you want to score 30 points a game, y'all, I have multiple builds averaging 30 plus, man. I got multiple builds averaging 40 plus, man. In the random rec, I average 40 plus in solo rec, man. If I'm with my squad, I average even more than that, y'all. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying, man, if you want to be an elite scorer on this game, if you want to score a lot of points every time you hop into the rec, do what I'm doing, y'all. Look at this. I space the floor. I'm running to the corner. And I'm catching and shooting. I'm not running around. Even a play like that, I ran up to the hash once the space was clear. Okay, look at this. I'm running to the corner. I dex a little bit just to get open, you know, but I'm staying in the corner. I'm standing still. I'm standing still in the corner, and I'm holding L2. I'm going to say this one more time for the people in the back. I'm standing still in the corner. And I'm holding L2. I'm waiting to catch and shoot the basketball. That's all you have to do to score 100 points in the rec. That's all you have to do to score 30 points a game, 40 points a game, man.
Oh, but Waff, I didn't pay $100 on my bill just to sit corner, Waff. That's so boring. I don't want to just sit corner.
Well, that's why a lot of y'all paid $100 for your build and you have a 30 win percent. So let's just be honest, y'all. A lot of people act scared of the corner. I'm 17 for 17. I have 45 at halftime. And granted, we are playing against AIs, okay? So this ain't the most crazy gameplay, but this stuff still applies, y'all. This stuff still works against real people. I've scored 100 plus against real people. In rec and pro-am, I've had multiple 70, 80, 100 point games, y'all. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying, y'all, like, I know what I'm talking about, okay? If you want to be a scorer, look at this. I run to the wide open corner and I get an easy catch and shoot. You don't have to set screens. You don't have to run around. You don't have to dribble. You literally have to run to the open space, run to the corner, run to the hash, run to the top of the key, go where the open space is, and stand still until you get the ball. It's really that simple, man. And even with these randoms, no offense, you guys see what happens when they try to create. People will say, oh, I don't want to watch somebody just put up 100 points, you know what I'm saying? Well, this right here, I'll say is the only shot I really forced all game. Now, that shot, it definitely was a force, all right? But, I mean, the randoms, they can't score anyway. So, if I have 65, I'm shooting like 25 for 26. I mean, of course, I'm going to keep shooting. Okay, but look, he hits me on the break. I see him running with the slasher take. I'm going to reward him. I'm going to throw up the alley. Just because I score a lot of points, y'all, I'm not a ball hog. I mean, if you look at this, y'all, I'm just catching and shooting. It's very, very simple. And I'm putting every single one of my shots in this video. Like, yes, I don't shoot 100%. You know, I don't have 100 points on 100% efficiency. You are going to miss some shots here and there. Everybody's going to miss shots. That's why I said in the beginning, you know, give people grace. People make mistakes, especially in the random rec. You don't want to start crashing out in the first quarter, you know. Somebody misses their first shot of the game, and all of a sudden, the world's over with, you know. Stay calm, stay collected, just stay solid, man. Just a lot of people, they overcomplicate 2K. They overcomplicate basketball, man. You guys see what I'm doing. I'm just standing still, spotting up, and I'm catching and shooting, and the randoms, they keep feeding me. A lot of you guys, like, yes, 100% randoms will ice you out. They will get jealous. For the most part, when I'm on my 6'10", my score first build, once I get around that like 40, 50 mark, that's when people really stop passing. I've had a couple games, you know, where I've had 60, 70, 80 points. But for the most part, once you get past 50, a lot of the times in the solo rec, people are going to start icing you out. They're going to start getting jealous, even if you shoot 100%. You guys see, I mean, it's the fourth quarter. I have like 80 points on 80% efficiency. It's not even like I'm missing, and they're going to keep hitting me. Just, I mean, maybe they're going for their, you know, playmaking specialization or whatever, but a lot of randoms, they will get jealous, man. Look at this too, y'all. Look at this. MJ, little pass fake into the close shot over 3 people. That was just bad ball. That was bad ball, man. That's crazy they gave him that, man. But a lot of people, like I said, a lot of randoms, they get jealous once you start scoring, man. But you just got to have a relentless mentality, man. Relentless scoring mentality, relentless defensive mentality as well, y'all. When it comes to 2K, man, you just got to keep playing, bro. You got to keep playing, keep trying your best, man. Keep going as hard as you can go. Never give up, man. And the game, you know, it is what it is. You make shots, you miss shots, you know, you make the right play, you'll make a bad play sometimes, but just keep your head in the game, man. Never get too high, never get too low, and just stay solid, man. Stay consistent. All right, because a lot of this stuff, man, people overcomplicate 2K, but it's very simple, y'all. Basketball is simple. You guys say I have 100 points. I barely missed all game. So a lot of people will say, oh, I don't want to watch somebody score 100, you know, but if there's somebody on your team where they're shooting 35 for 35, you might as well just keep hitting them, you know. And I'm saying this as the guy who scoring 100, you know, as the guy that averages 40. I don't really even care if I score. It just happens naturally. All right, I spot up, I space the floor, I catch and shoot. When I do dribble, you know, I just need 1 or 2 moves, get to an open spot. I'm a natural scorer, so I don't really care how many points I get. I just happen to naturally end up with a lot of points, y'all. But if there's somebody on my team that's cooking, if the guy on my team has 50 at half, shooting 17 for 17, damn right I'm gonna keep hitting them, you know. And that doesn't mean like force it to them, y'all. Like still play your game, you know. If you're wide open, take your shots. But a lot of people, they get jealous off of success, man. Like that right there was a bad play. He really should have alley-ooped that to the guy slasher takeover. But he's keep trying to feed me. You know, it is what it is. But play your game still when you're playing with a good random. You know, if you have a guy on your team that's going crazy, hit the hot hand, though. You know, feed the hot hand. Look for him when he's open. That doesn't mean like force it to him, you know. Like you can still get your own bucket, you know, get open where you can get open, but feed the high hand, y'all. If somebody on your team is shooting 10 for 10, bro, hit him the next time he's wide open. You know, it's really that simple. Basketball is not hard. People just overcomplicate it. Look at a play like this. The whole team is touching the ball. I'm spacing the floor. I'm letting them have the chance to create. All right, and they can't do nothing. But when I get the ball, it's a simple catch and shoot. I know I missed that shot, but you guys see like the point stands, man. When you have somebody on your team that is just an elite scorer, and you know that you and the rest of your teammates, y'all can't score like that, you might as well just hit them. All right, now I know we're up crazy amounts against the AI. You know, this game is kind of just a whatever game. All right, I'm not saying this is just the most comp game. It's against AI, so I did record this gameplay though just because it was insane. I've never had 100 plus with the randoms before. I've had 70, 80, you know, 60 consistently, stuff like that, but never have I ever scored 100 with the randoms, man. To have 112 and they kept feeding me, you know. It's not like I'm being a ball hog. I'm telling you guys, this was a ethical 112 point Nikola Jokic. I mean, I only missed 9 shots all game, something like that. You know, I missed 6 threes all game. It's just crazy to think about, y'all. So like this video, comment down below, subscribe, y'all. Let me know if you guys want more on this Jokic build, man. Go follow Laker Fan, follow Tonic as well, y'all. Like I said, the originators of this build, man. Go follow them as well. I believe on Laker Fan's channel, he has posted a gameplay of this build as well in the Proving Grounds against a very, very comp team, the #1 Proving Grounds team. So I know this game was against AIs, but if you want to see how this build fares against comp, go check out Laker Fans channel, as well as I'll be giving you guys more videos on this build, man. Like the video, comment down below. Be sure to follow God, y'all. Follow Jesus Christ, follow the Holy Spirit, man. It is the best decision you'll ever make. At the end of the day, man, this 2K stuff, it does not matter. 100 points, it does not matter. Nikola Jokic, it does not matter, y'all. The only thing that stands forever is Jesus Christ, the Word of God, and God's kingdom, y'all. So follow him and trust in him always. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day. Peace.